Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly horoscope. In the back here you can see my attempt at decoration. I've done really well actually. I hung the pictures up everywhere in the flat, but these were left over. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys my YouTube button. I'm really happy with that. I'm so proud of it. I got that for 100,000 subscribers on this channel, so thank you guys so much. And then above it I have this horrible picture. I think it's a take on some Flemish painting or something, and it's like a collage, but I don't know what I was thinking when I bought that. So I just thought I'd put them in the back. They're going to disappear, I think. And you can see there maybe that the other picture I hung up in the kitchen. So all is well in my world. Right, this is your weekly horoscope for Monday, the 31st of January, going through until Sunday, the 6th of February 2022. I'm going to go through each day this week to see what the planets are doing, what energy they create amongst themselves, and how that's going to influence you directly. And this is a weird week. You're going to have moments of unbelievable resolve and confidence. And then on other days, that becomes a little bit more wishy-washy, and you're like, but the resolve, that is strongest on Wednesday and Saturday. So if you need to get something done, if you need to make a decision one way or the other, if you need to kind of present the facts and put your foot down, then those days are really good. And that's what I noticed as well when I wrote the horoscope, is that there are a lot of moments here which allow you to really say, do you know what, enough. This doesn't work for me, and I'm going to speak up about that. And for a lot of people, that's difficult. So this week, it's about picking your moments. And also remember that Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity, the personal planet, that's gone direct on the 29th of January. And then this week, on Thursday, the 3rd of February, Mercury, the communication planet, goes direct. So things start to make more sense. What you see is what you get. And it becomes easier to make decisions and to get a good point of view on things. Okay, so let's start with Monday the 31st. We've got the moon going into Aquarius at 10:43 in the morning. The moon in Aquarius gives you a sense of ease when it comes to information and learning and teaching and looking at the bigger picture and how other people are involved and how they're going to be influenced by what you're doing. So you're considerate, you're willing to learn. The Aquarius moon then conjuncts the sun in Aquarius, which is amazing because the moon, your kind of heart, the way you feel, and the sun, your head, are in perfect alignment here. So if something doesn't make sense or it doesn't seem right or it irks you or whatever it is, you can trust that that is on point and that it isn't just a whim or some sort of annoyance that's here today randomly and gone tomorrow. It's something that really doesn't work for you. So it's interesting because Venus retrograde is kind of looking at what you love differently and sometimes having experiences where everything seemed perfect and then it doesn't work out. And it's now that we're coming out of the Venus retrograde, it's kind of like you've done the emotional research and you're like, I know what I like, thank you, and I'm going to make a decision about it. And it's beyond question. It's very strict. The Aquarius moon also squares Uranus and Taurus. So you have a knack for problem solving on Monday. And it sextiles Chiron in Aries. And that's really one of the most important things here on Monday, is that your own self-interest, how you come out of the situation, how you feel, what you've contributed and what you've said, that becomes very important to you. So anyone who kind of struggles with being codependent or hates confrontation, or you really don't like to be overly direct, it's something that you can manage here starting straight away with Monday. So on top of the sense of resolve that you've got, you also have an awareness of what's going on around you. You are ready to say your piece. And if you find yourself making a really quick decision, because remember, Mercury is still in retrograde until the 3rd, it's okay. It's likely to be good because of all the Aquarius energy, but just make sure that you get all the information. So if you say, okay, you've shown me the apartment, I love it, I'll take it, but you haven't done any of the research, the paperwork, then get that ASAP and look through that and make sure it matches the certainty of your decision. So it's likely that the information will fall into place and be as you expected, but just make sure that you know what's going on, that you inform yourself really properly. Okay. Also, and conversely, it's a good day to relax and to read and to let your mind wander in order to relax. So the intellect is really switched on. So either use it imaginatively or creatively, or use it to kind of make real decisions, but do your research on top of going with your gut feelings. On Tuesday, the 1st of February, we've got the new moon happening in Aquarius. That happens at 6:45 in the morning. I'll make a separate video on the new moon. That's when the sun and the moon, they conjunct, and the moon recharges its batteries. So there's more Aquarius energy coming in than usual. And Aquarius is about the humanitarian. It is about communication. It is about being of service. So relationships here at the beginning of the week are likely to go very well with that kind of mindset. The Aquarius moon also conjuncts the sun in Aquarius. So again, perfect alignment between what you feel and what you want to create. So you're not at odds with yourself. It's like, I feel it, therefore it's right, therefore I'm going to go. It's really straightforward. And that's what I feel kind of mitigates the influence of the Mercury retrograde, because Aquarius is an air sign, and it's almost like you have an early break. It's like almost Mercury goes direct a bit early here at the beginning of the week, I feel. The Aquarius moon also rules, no, it doesn't rule. It conjuncts Saturn in Aquarius. So it sits right on top of Saturn. Saturn is an outer planet, it's the rules, and it's what should be. In Aquarius, it's again concerned with the greater good. And the Aquarius moon that makes you feel that you fit into that completely. So you're not on the outside looking in, you're part of the mainstream here as far as you're concerned. So you can find common ground with anybody about anything on Tuesday. So it's a great day to meet new people. So with the new moon in Aquarius, there's a strong focus on what needs to be done, how you can educate yourself, and there's a natural awareness and a sense of what works for you and what doesn't. It's not as heavy as this is right and this is wrong. It's just like, this is my personal preference, and I'm very clear on what my preference is. If you're thinking of ending a personal or working relationship, it's something I would kind of counsel you to hold off on, at least until Mercury goes retrograde. But because we have an overlap between Venus and Mercury, there may be a strong sense here on Tuesday that I've done the research, I know how this relationship operates, and I'm not loving it. So there is a tendency on Tuesday the 1st to say, I've resolved to burn these bridges because I no longer want to cross them. That's a hard one to kind of hold back on. If you have a strong sense that enough, this is over, then if you can't hold back, then be cautious on Tuesday. If you can hold back, then leave it till later in the week. I think everything will be even clearer and will make more sense. And that's the best way to make a decision. If you're 90% sure, then you make the decision. You're not going to be looking over your shoulder for the rest of your life thinking, did I do the right thing there? If you have trouble asserting yourself on Tuesday as well, it's a good day to speak your mind, to present information that you think is important and valuable to an audience, and also things like job interviews and applications. All of that is very much supported by Aquarius. And again, kind of an early break from Mercury retrograde. Nice. Wednesday, the 2nd of February, we've got the moon going into Pisces at 12 noon, which is interesting because 12 noon in the birth chart is the midheaven. And that has to do with your work and your life purpose as it relates to career. And with the moon going into Pisces here at that exact moment, that minute, I think intuitively you'll get some insights about your life purpose, about your dream job. The Pisces moon then conjuncts Jupiter in Pisces. So that's like a helium balloon being blown up. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. It's good luck, it's good fortune, it's about growth and expansion. In Pisces, it's infinite because Pisces is water, it's the spiritual. So it can, like, I'm just seeing electricity go through water, or something traveling at the speed of light. It's really infinite, limitless. So your imagination and what could be becomes very real to you on Wednesday. The Pisces moon then also sextiles Venus, planet of love and beauty, and Mars, the male principle of drive and ambition and desire, both in Capricorn, an earth sign that has to do with getting things done, setting goals and achieving them. And the Pisces moon also sextiles Uranus and Taurus, the planet of the eccentric and the unexpected and the miraculous in a physical, practical sense. Of got loads of earth, loads of water. So it's nice because you can paint the mental picture, and then it's almost like you have a stencil, you can like print it on the real world. So you can imprint your own ideas on the real world in order to manifest them. It's amazing. So yeah, because the moon in Pisces, that I think is like your angels, your higher self, your guides working with you deliberately here this week to say, you have this resolve. If we give you the information, the dream, if you know what the dream is, then you can make that happen for yourself. So I think you're really being supported. So on Wednesday, the focus becomes more inward looking. And that's good because there's so much going on internally, so much valuable information about your ideal way of living, your life purpose, and really doing what it is you love. So the resolve is superb on Wednesday the 2nd. Like you're really like, I know what I want, enough. It's that kind of vibe, and I hope resolve is the right word. It's just a certainty, and it's a commitment to getting things done, and to nothing is likely to take you off your chosen path. So having all that information, you'll have the drive to make that happen for yourself, and you will want to have a breakthrough in that area. You know, what I wrote here with Venus, Mars, and Uranus, when I was writing this, I got this mental picture. Venus and Mars are male and female, and Uranus I kind of saw as a relative in a hospital room with the parents who've just had a child, and it's this whole moment of new life, new beginnings. And because it's in Taurus, rather than a child being born, you can kind of create something that takes on a life of its own. And particularly if it's creative work that you express and that then kind of lives and exists on its own, or it's the actual work that you choose in your life. And just looking back on January, so the first month of this year, that's come up, I think, 2 or 3 times now, that there's the real opportunity for people who don't feel like they're doing the right thing, like they've found their sweet spot in life. There's an opportunity to kind of get your head over the clouds and to see your purpose really clearly, like when you're in an airplane, right? And you go over the clouds, you see so far. And that's what I get. It's like there's nothing but blue sky above you, and you have this sense of, yes, I know what I'm doing and I can do it. It's really wonderful and light and positive. Thursday, the 3rd of February, finally, Mercury, the communication planet, goes direct. Round of applause. So that's really good because Mercury retrograde is super annoying. Emails don't get delivered and technology is a pain. Things you schedule, like appointments or dates or whatever, don't work out and there's misunderstandings. It's just a pain. The good thing about Mercury in retrograde is that you can find different ways of expressing yourself, but it is a kind of arduous, labored kind of process. So things feel much easier now, and hooray. The Pisces moon conjuncts Neptune in Pisces, so they sit on top of each other. So water, 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 imagination, spirituality, creativity, the way I feel, crystal clear. It sextiles Venus and Mercury in Capricorn on this day. So what I love and how I communicate in a practical sense, and Uranus and Taurus. So now we've got the same hospital scene, but Mars has left the building and Mercury's come in. So maybe that's like a sibling or a distant relative. But so the dialogue starts now. Something new has begun, something has been born, and now it's about getting the word out. It's about thinking about it and seeing how it's going to work and figuring out the details. It's really amazing. All right, so communication and transportation become easier on Thursday, the 3rd of February. If you do work creatively or intuitively as a healer or as a reader, it's an amazing day to do your work. You'll get loads of insights. The ideas will be flowing. Also on Thursday, because Mercury has gone direct, expect the unexpected, especially when it comes to news. Information is picking up again, and you'll just get more. So something big is likely to come through on Thursday the 3rd. So pay attention to that. And because Uranus is in Taurus, it could be some sort of an upheaval. Personal, like some news that affects you specifically, or it could be something on a bigger scale. On Friday, the 4th of February, we've got the Pisces moon now forming a sextile with Pluto in Capricorn. First time Pluto is really making an appearance this week. Pluto is the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's transformation and change. And to me, also, Pluto is hope. It's like if something is really sucked in your life, then if Pluto is around, it means that you can flip that by 180. You can really turn it around. You can heal that experience and you can experience the opposite. So it's for all of us who've kind of crashed into a wall. It kind of gives us hope that if we do things differently, they can look differently and end up differently. So the Pisces moon is this wonderful, pure spiritual quality that I can create life as I want it to be. Pluto in Capricorn says, yeah, sure you can. Here, I transform things all the time. Roll up your sleeves, get working, make it happen. Mars in Capricorn is also really botch, okay? Mars is the soldier. In Capricorn, he's kind of got his work boots on. He's like, how are we going to asphalt this road? Really, like, it sextiles Jupiter in Pisces, Mars that is. So that masculine can-do building, creating kind of quality is again kind of blown up and made extreme by Jupiter in Pisces. It's like the idea of productivity is now working through you. So it's the difference between feeling productive and feeling like the god of productivity is kind of standing next to you and breathing over your shoulder. And that's what you're going to feel here on Friday. Oh, the moon also goes into Aries at 3:57 in the afternoon. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's a fire sign, the ram. It's like, let's move this ship. Let's get things going here. Not a ship, because that's water. Let's get this chariot rolling. Let's get this door banged down. It's that kind of vibe. So you're really chomping at the bit here with this influence on Friday. The Sun in Aquarius conjunct Saturn in Aquarius, so you still feel part of. You don't feel isolated and marginalized. So it's great to share your ideas and to get on well with other people and to implement rules that are useful and to learn from others and to be motivated and inspired by their experiences. The Aries moon then squares Mars in Capricorn, and that really is a lot of friction. And the two have friction, but they're on the same team, basically. The Aries moon is saying, I want this cartwheel to leave the station, thank you. I wanted to be there yesterday. And Mars in Capricorn is, this job should have been finished 50 minutes ago. Hello? What's going on? So patience, you're not feeling so patient here on Friday. It might, and with the resolve of the week, it might be too much now. You might become a bit grand on Friday, so watch that. The one thing that you can rely on is that you know exactly where you've had enough. You know, the research of Venus in retrograde. But it's weird on Friday because there's this grandness. Jupiter makes everything bigger, then everything else just wants you to get things moving. So it's a bit all over the place. I think you're going to want to break. And at the same time, you're going to feel restless and unable to relax. And that's a recipe for becoming irritable. I think the best of both worlds is to stay active and to simply do something fun that you love and enjoy. Ideally with other people along for the ride, because of the Aquarius stuff, you'll be able to have a lovely little chit chat along the way. If you're able to take some time off this week, Friday is a good day to have fun and to be a bit silly. Saturday, the 5th of February, we've got the Aries moon now forming a conjunction with Chiron in Aries. I like that a lot because it's like, what am I doing for me? And I don't mean that in the sense of, oh, great, it's a day to be selfish. What I mean is a lot of us don't take ourselves seriously and we don't take care of ourselves. Like you can make a sandwich for someone else, but when you make it for yourself, it's like stale bread with like half a piece of butter on it. You know what I mean? A lot of us don't give ourselves the same care as we afford other people. And I'm just thinking, no, actually that doesn't apply to me. Yeah. So, yeah, what I mean is that you're looking out for yourself. It's not selfishness. It's like you're just as important as anybody else, which is totally necessary and justified. It squares Venus and Mars in Capricorn. So I want to get something done here. Something that will heal me on Saturday. This is how it's going to feel, I think. If I get something done, if I work towards something, if I'm productive on this day, I'll feel better about myself. When I put my head on the pillow, it'll be like, yes, at least I got something done. Like me in my pictures. I was so proud of that. It's ludicrous. The Aries moon also sextiles Saturn and the sun in Aquarius. So I'm incredibly resolved and capable. I can get loads done, but other people will help me if I ask them to. If you need to draw up a contract, or if you have a legal issue, Saturday the 5th is a great day to make your case and to present the facts and the situation the way you want it or the way you see it, to present your truth, your take on it, things. The strong resolve of the week peaks, and you can make the rules and act with authority. And in a legal situation, it is really important to say, these are the facts, this is what I experience, because the other people are trained, or the whole point is to argue against that. So if you're not going to stand up for you, who is? And that's a tough, like just saying that, if you're not going to do it, who's going to do it for you? It's like, go out in the snow, it builds character, you know, it's that kind of vibe. So I know what that sounds like, but on days like Saturday, you really just naturally feel that. It doesn't feel like instruction or pressure or anxious. It's just like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, thank you. Don't even need to discuss it. If you find it hard to put your foot down, try it out on Saturday. You'll find it very easy. Sunday, the 6th of February, we've got the Aries moon forming a square, so friction, with Mercury, communication, and Pluto, transformation, in Capricorn. So I want to change something, even if it doesn't make sense. I just want change for the sake of it. I'm bored. Boredom is not good. Boredom is like, I don't know, what is boredom about? Boredom is just like, I think, an unwillingness to face reality. And, okay, let me not make a speech about boredom, jeez. Okay, so you'll want to make changes simply to stay active. So rather than changing things for the sake of it, do something fun that makes you stay active. You know, like rearranging your dishes in your cabinet, if they're all perfectly aligned already, it's a waste of your time. Mars in Capricorn squares Chiron in Aries, so me. What about me? How am I doing here? In a obviously non-selfish way. The moon enters Taurus at 11:52 in the evening, so we're moving into the next week in a much more grounded, calm kind of way. On Sunday there, I don't think you're going to be calm. I think, first of all, there may be some issues going on. There may be some news that comes in that you weren't planning on receiving, and you weren't planning on spending time with it. Other than being a hardship and something that puts you off, it gives you even greater focus, motivation, and a sense that you need to make changes. You need to make them happen yourself if you want them to happen. So it's the difference between, you know, it's like that saying, if you want something done, give it to someone who's busy. Like someone who has the whole day scheduled rather than someone who does one thing a week. Because once you get into the momentum and the pace of being busy, then you'll be more productive. And this is the vibe you're entering into on Sunday. To an excessive degree, because it's like, I want to change for the sake of it. I think planning the week ahead and beyond, your life beyond the week ahead. So look at what you want to achieve in the beginning of 2022 here. Looking at what changes you want to implement, the ones that make sense and that have a genuine outcome associated with them. You'll get good ideas if you ask those questions, and also it'll give you a sense of control that I am being productive, I'm doing something useful here. So yeah, so that's what I get for you this week. I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with. It feels quite, I mean, it's a little bit muddy or fuzzy at times, you know, with the, am I resolved or aren't I? But I mean, as far as problems go, this isn't really like the biggest, I haven't really said, oh, beware. It looks like a fun, positive, amazing week where you can have fun and get a lot done. So there we go. I hope you have a great time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, just scroll down a little bit, and I have the urge to move nearer so you can hear me over the bells. Scroll down a little bit. You'll get to a button that says book your reading. Click on that to order your reading with me. And in my personal readings, I use astrology, numerology, and the tarot. I combine all of them. And if you have questions about your life purpose, your path, career-wise or personally, spirituality, travel, money, health, anything at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. Although I don't know if that makes a difference now. I heard they removed the dislike button. So that's not duality. Hello. You know, everything that goes up must have a down. So if there's only a like button, does that still affect the video? Let me know in the comments, because I don't know about the YouTube-y. What's it called? Whatever. Click like or don't, if you know. Okay. Also, and please do subscribe to the channel. That's great, because there, with the little button here, 100,000 people plus the people on this channel. Hi guys. Really a very intuitive, sensitive group of people who are trying their best to figure things out, and it's like we're in the same boat together. I really love this community, so please join us on here. And finally, share the video online if you're out of the spiritual closet, and you can. If you can't, you know, if you're in some dreadful situation, then please don't get yourself in trouble. But if you can change these sort of unconventional videos, then that would really help the channel, and I'd appreciate it. Have an amazing week. I'll speak to you for the daily tarot reading. I'm going to do a video on the new moon in Aquarius that we've got coming up, so watch out for that. And yeah, check out some of my other videos. Have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.